The new DCCC ad that's out this morning. This one happens to target California Congresswoman Mary Bono Mack, but they're running it in other districts as well. Here's a piece of it.
Some politicians are really cut out for Washington. And the way she looks after special interests, politician Mary Bono Mack fits right in. Taking insurance industry money and voting their way. Voting to end Medicare.
But to most forecasters, 25 seats still looks like a very tall order. New York Congressman Steve Israel is the man in charge of getting Democrats elected in the House as chair of the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee. Congressman, why are you so bullish now at finding your 25 seats when it doesn't appear that, you know, thanks to redistricting, and you go through all these different numbers, you talk to Charlie and Stu, our guys that follow this, and they have a hard time seeing it. What makes you so bullish?
Well, I'm bullish because the environment has markedly improved. We won August big time. You can see it in the generic polling. You can see it in polling in districts coming in throughout the country. I think we win if we can put a good October on top of a good September, on top of a good August. We win 25 seats. There are 66 districts, Chuck, as you know, that have a Republican or a Republican Tea Party incumbent voted for President Obama and or Senator Kerry. We've got 53 red to blue candidates. We reserve $63 million in airtime for commercials like that. And finally, August was a turning point. Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan and the Romney-Ryan budget that ends Medicare in order to fund tax cuts for millionaires have become an anchor around House Republicans. And that anchor is growing heavier and heavier every day. Just today, front page of a Washington newspaper talked about Governor Romney in terms of reverse coattails on House Republicans. So I'm not saying it's a slam dunk, but I'll tell you what, the wind is blowing at our backs.
Well, I'm going to look at Charlie Cook's breakdown here. He has 21 Republican-held seats that he puts in his toss-up column or vulnerable, but he also has 15 Democrats. So for you guys to pull this off, I went through his numbers, I went through all these numbers. It seems that you'd have to hold every one of your vulnerable seats, and if you win every vulnerable Republican seat that Charlie and Stu see, you get to 29. I mean, that's quite the inside straight, is it not?
Listen, you know, I've always said that this is going to be a field goal. You know, we're not going to win 50 seats. We're not going to win 40 seats. You know, here's the metaphor that I use, and I think it's accurate. When we started this cycle in November of 2010, we had the ball on our own 20-yard line. No real path to the goalpost. We couldn't figure out what plays we could execute to get us to the goalpost. No view of the goalpost. We have driven the ball to the Republicans' 20-yard line. We have it in their red zone. Now, any good football fan knows that if you're going to kick a field goal, a lot of your success has to do with the wind. If you have a wind at your back, you're going to kick that field goal. Wind in your face, hard. Still wind, uncertain. In August, we had a brisk breeze at our back. If it continues, I think we kick the field goal.
Is a three-seat majority?
I'll tell you what, a one-seat majority is worth it for a Congress that will protect Medicare rather than protecting millionaires. A one-seat majority is worth it for a Congress that will help small businesses rather than helping companies that offshore. So I'll take any majority by one or more.
Let me ask you a governing question. In the lame duck, do you think more gets done if it's a status quo election than if there is some sort of change in the White House, change in the House majority, change in the Senate majority?
Well, I think quite a bit gets done if we take the majority. It will be clear to these Tea Party Republicans that they lost the battle. Here's what's happened. These Republicans in the House, they got swept in 2010 on a Tea Party tsunami. The tide has receded. They're left high and dry and alone with their own voting records. Whether we take the House back or not, and I believe we can take the House back, the fact of the matter is we will have beaten back the Tea Party tide. A lot of these extremists who refuse to compromise, who are pushing the country's economy off a cliff, who would rather see $500 billion in defense cuts than a compromise, they will not be returning to the House, and I think we'll have a more governable Congress and a better country for it.
Even if it's Republicans that are in charge by a few seats?
Well, I'm not going to concede a single district, a single seat, a single household.
All right. Steve Israel, chairman of the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, Democrat from New York. Thanks for coming on this